out last year and kind of a very diverse player, able to score the ball, but also able to get the assists.
Yeah, absolutely right, April. He was able to distribute the ball from the midfield point on the field, and he was also able to call his own number 36 times and get a couple goals to his name throughout the season. And, of course, at the end of the season, named Southern Athletic Association All-Tournament Team for the 2018 campaign for this Barry Vikings squad. So McKinley Gannon, especially entering his senior season, especially you would expect him to try to step up here for his team today and not only distribute the ball, but recognize when his team needs a little bit of a boost and try to give it to him himself there and take it to the cage.
Exactly, and we talk about the youth on Salisbury's defense. We're going to have to see if some of these offensive power forces on Barry College can take advantage and really make the new young Salisbury defense work for everything they get. Going off of that, we got to talk about some of the practices key for both of these teams, and that is that Salisbury and Barry College both very low in the turnovers per game ratio, and that's something you love to see on either squad. So definitely going to be a defensive matchup here to see who can get the other one a little off key.
Yeah, absolutely. Both teams very poised, very well coached on both sides of the ball. Salisbury with 14 turnovers a game, just about 13th in all of the NCAA last year, and Barry with only 13.4, which is good for 6th in all of the NCAA for turnovers per game. And both teams, of course, very used to their winning ways, averaging about 6.5 goals per game to the upside for their margin, which is respectively 16th and 18th in the nation. And then when you look at the defensive side, both teams also very poised on the clearing end. Barry right around that 90% with 88.2% on the clear, and Salisbury, of course, we know Coach Berkman loves a successful and a well-timed, well-organized clear. And they're right at that 90%, which, of course, was 3rd in the nation last year. And then on the other side, both of these defenses do not like to give up a lot of goals. Strong goalies in the cages. Right around 7 goals a game allowed for Salisbury, and Barry only one more with 8 goals allowed a game. So both of these defenses very poised, trying to force poor shots. Their goalies make those saves. They chase balls out of the end line. And most importantly, when they get the ball back in their possession, both teams know how to calmly make their way up the field and give it to their offense and go do what they do best.
Yeah, Sam, going off of that, Warren, really electric in the cage for Salisbury last year, wasn't the guy to start out. 5 games in, came up, stepped up, and became the starter and took over from there, really getting his team to the national championship. Granted, they didn't win, but put them in really good positions. And so you're going to look to see Warren even step up further and become that guy all season long this year for Salisbury.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, Coach Berkman really thinks that he has found his consistency here with Warren. Brandon Warren, the junior, of course, entering the cage for Salisbury. Right around 54% saves last year with that All-American front with the defensive line, only letting up about 6.5 goals a game. And, of course, like you said, April, incredibly successful. Went to the national championship last year, 17-2 as a starter. But Brogdon on the other side, certainly no slouch in the cage. 52% saves as well. A little bit higher of a goals allowed per game average, letting up right around 8.5, but 6.3 goals allowed in 2018.
Yeah, one different look for Barry College is that last year they had 2 goalies. They rotated through a little bit, kind of split time. But this year Brogdon's going to get the starting role, and there's really not many other goalies on the roster to split that time anymore. So we'll see if he can use that as a confidence booster.
Absolutely, and here is Malamphy and Baker at the X. Malamphy trying to continue last year's success early on. It's going to be Murphy, the quick pickup there.
And you love to see Kevin Murphy back out, as he had a great start to the season last year, but off that injury to the knee, and glad to see him back in his role again.
Yeah, you love to see that for Kevin Murphy. Had an excellent sophomore campaign last year, and I'm sure he's happy to be back to start the season here with his squad and really try to get things going off on the right note.
Now you're going to see Pompey and Wongus come out onto Salisbury's midfield, 2 great players who got a lot of playtime last year.
Yeah, Pompey entering his senior campaign, certainly one to watch.
And a shot comes off by, I believe that was Wongus.
Cross Ferreira there down low.
Excuse me, Cross Ferreira. Yeah, you're right.
But good save there from Brogdon to start his day here. That's exactly what you want if you're the Barry keeper.
And like we said, Sam, maybe just that starting role and locking it down this season really could be the confidence to help him get that goals allowed lower.
Absolutely right.
Now we're going to see Borkowitz covering. Ball swung out over to Westbrook.
Murphy really giving Westbrook problems there. You love to see that from the defender trying to make his return from injury.
Yeah, Westbrook a big role also last season with quite a few goals and some assists to his name. Warren already working in the cage. That one bounces off. Looks like his foot is going to be out of bounds. Salisbury ball.
Yeah, nobody to back up the cage there for the Vikings, but that was a great take by Hudson Harris, the senior midfielder there. Just a quick speed dodge right past his man.
Yeah, right away, seeing both of these teams quick to attack. Now we're going to see Wongus come back onto the field with Pompey, Cross Ferreira, and Josh Melton. And, of course, Corey Gwynn.
Looks like Salisbury's setting up that 1-4-1. Try to give Wongus his own time.
Gwynn dishes that one over pretty quick to Bromwell. Excuse me. Yeah, that was Bromwell.
Yeah, Bromwell, now a sophomore, had an impressive freshman campaign with his limited playing time last year. Definitely has a cannon, does Jared Bromwell, and he's made his way into the first line of midfield here this season. Expect to see a lot out of him early on.
Yeah, Bromwell, older brother, actually played here and graduated with that 2017 national championship team. So definitely going to see if he can follow in those footsteps.
Absolutely. Borkowitz playing well behind the cage.
Yeah, Borkowitz really pushing Harris behind the cage. Harris with the ball. Looks like a little pick and roll action. Unable to get it. Dishes it over.
Harris looks very comfortable behind the cage there. I think that's where he likes to do most of his damage. It's 2 picks now from behind that he has chosen not to roll on, stay at X.
Yeah, Berry College slowing it down a little bit here, looking for a better shot. But there they go. They send it in. Warren off the bounce sends that one out, and Berry College is going to get back that one.
It was a nice use of the screen there by Westbrook, trying to let his man Thomas Brennan get in the way of that one, try to screen Warren. The shot went wide. And now Apgar back behind the cage. We'll see if Harris goes for that speed dodge again. Elects to try to just beat his man around the corner.
Yeah, luckily for this time, Barry had someone behind the cage able to get another possession out of this.
They're setting up that pick. Yep, Harris wanted it, but nice help defense there by Borkowitz.
Brennan getting in pretty close. Warren with a nice save to start his day. Dishes that out to Parker Stevens, who's going to look to clear it. Now we have Joe Salino in, one of the freshmen that Coach Berkman really talked about being a standout in high school, and looks like he's already making his way onto the field for his collegiate appearance.
Yeah, absolutely. Joe Salino, 6'3" freshman, 180. Definitely a big body in there, and he's been able to move well here early on, showing coach.
Now we have Austin Short with a nice shot attempt, but a great save by Brogdon. Going to get the clear out quick, but Salisbury, Apgar coming up to try and get that turnover.
And Barry laying some hits out. The Vikings have definitely come to play here early.
Yeah, getting
showing
a little
Salisbury
chippy.
No mercy.
Warren with the save. Sends it out. We're going to see Austin Short come back onto the field here, as well as Emery Wongus. 2 men that came off the second line last season and really successful, really good at that dodge and dish kind of play, more of a scramble type offense.
Looks like Austin Short maybe lost his shoe there.
Tyler Snyder into the offensive side now, and we talked about him being another key player to watch this season.
There's
a
Gwynn
great
again.
shot by Corey Gwynn as he just rounds the corner there and catches Brogdon playing too tight to the other side of the net.
That's exactly what we're used to seeing from the senior Corey Gwynn, with his left hand coming around that banana curve and able to, like you said, April, Brogdon not hugging that near side pipe enough, and Gwynn says, sure, I'll take that, and puts it low right by his knees. Tough save to make if you're not on the right side of the pipe for Brogdon, but great placement there from the senior.
Yeah, great read by Corey Gwynn. Really put that in the perfect spot. Great goal to get Salisbury going. Now 1-0 with 9:55 left in this. It's going to be Malamphy back at the X.
Malamphy trying to win again. Looks like that goes to Barry there. Salisbury's attack a little too quick to ride, but Ferrara causing some problems.
Yeah, Ferrara not letting it go that easily, but unable to get that as it was Westbrook who gets that off.
Nice job fighting off the double there was Westbrook. Try to settle in Barry here.
Now we see Jackson Woodward, long stick midfield, into the game here today. Another player to watch. Didn't get as much playtime last year, but made big strides, and we expected to see him get some more playtime this season.
Salisbury's defense really trying to press out. See Kness up there. Now Parker Stevens trying to exploit that matchup. Not afraid at all with the short stick.
Now it's going to be Harris with it. Looking to dodge again. A shot from pretty far out gets the bounce, and an easy save for Warren there. Not the greatest shot selection by Harris.
Yeah, Harris got a step on his man. Looked like he was headed in the wrong direction there. A little bit too hard of a turnaround, but able to get it on frame. And that, like we said for Brogdon not too long ago, that's a great way to start your day for Warren, is get yourself a nice bounce shot like that. Just hit him right in the chest. Warm yourself up a little bit on the day for that keep.
Now Pompey looking to dodge a little bit with, he's got Noah Miller on him. Coming around the cage, really working Miller.
It was a beautiful, beautiful feed by Pompey. As soon as Pompey saw that Kilma slide coming down from above the box, he was able to slip that right in. And that was a great, great look. And it looks like they're going to give the goal to Josh Melton coming across the crease there.
Yeah, great read by Pompey to dish that over. The double team was very clear, and Melton slid in perfect position there. Great goal for Salisbury, now up 2-0. It's going to be Malamphy back at the X for Salisbury. And I believe Josh Baker for Berry College.
Josh Baker definitely not too bad on the face-off X himself last year. 64% and 102 ground balls. Malamphy 63% respectively, but he'll get the third one out of the day here.
Yeah, Malamphy winning that one by himself. He's started off pretty great today.
He's 2 for 3 early on at the X.
Gwynn sends it over to Bromwell, and Wangus is back in, and Zach Pompey as well. Pompey really grown a lot from last season. Had a little bit of a turnover issue last season, but looking at him today, already making a great read to Melton for that last goal.
Absolutely, and we know he is one of the quickest players on this team when you talk about lateral movement, just side to side. He's so shifty, and that's one thing Coach Berkman has talked about for all of his 4 years here, is his capability to just take a man one-on-one and cause something from that ability.
Now we're going to see Cross Ferreira try to send that one out. Looks like it hit the pipe, actually.
That's a great effort there from Bromwell, diving to keep that ball in Salisbury's possession.
It's going to be Pompey with it, I believe, behind the cage. Looking to dodge again in that same spot as last goal. Wangus gets rejected there by Johnson.
Yeah, Cole Johnson there, short stick defender, able to get that deflection, and it's going to go to Barry here. Brogdon has the ball, but that was another great find by Zach Pompey. You saw him draw that second man down. As soon as he saw that slide coming, was able to get it up to Wangus, but good help side defense there by Salisbury. Looks like Jackson Woodward just stole that right out of the air.
A nice little bounce pass over there, and Salisbury able to get in the back of the net again. And that's going to be goal number 3 with Cross Ferreira off the bounce pass. A nice read. Really gets Brogdon slipping on the other side of the cage.
Excuse me, that was Matt O'Callahan there with the pick to start that odd man fast break. Great job by the long stick defender there, the sophomore, able to jumpstart that, and great job by Cross Ferrara, able to finish that.
Yeah, Matt O'Callahan didn't get to play last season, but we've really talked about him, and Coach Berkman said he really came back in this season a lot stronger, a lot bigger, and faster. So that definitely comes into play here.
We're going to see an early timeout here from Berry College.
And now if you're Salisbury, you're off to a great start. What a great way to start your day. But if you're Berry College, you have to find a way to make an adjustment. Salisbury really taking advantage of the opportunities they're getting. That Berry College defense is just slipping a little or over-helping there. So definitely going to want to see if they can make those adjustments on the defensive side of the ball and maybe get a little more possessions on the other end of the field.
Yeah, absolutely right.
And with that, we're going to take a short break here. We'll be right back with you here on the Seagull Sports Network.
We can stop to make sure someone is okay.
Get in the way and disrupt the situation.
Notify an authority.
Get someone a car.
Or walk them home safely.
We can change the language around rape.
We can make campuses safer for our teammates, our friends, and our classmates.
We cannot be bystanders.
Taking action isn't always easy,
but it's on us to intervene.
Because we can.
Learn more and take the pledge at itsonus.org.
Welcome back to the Seagull Sports Network. If you weren't with us before, I'm April Preller. Alongside me, Sam Hunter. As Salisbury able to force Berry College to take their first time out as they go up 3-0 here in the beginning of this game.
Yeah, absolutely. Salisbury going on a little bit of a run there after a back-and-forth start to this first quarter. But something to look out early is Berry with 3 turnovers already here early on. We know it's still early, plenty of time. It looks like we have a flag down here.
And with that, we're going to head on down to our sideline reporter, Shannon Southcombe, who has a little something on the timeout.
He wants to see his defense communicating, warning about the picks, watching number 12, Hudson Harris, who has the ball right now. Back to you, April.
Thanks, Shannon. Definitely want to see that adjustment that Coach Berkman talked about. Now Berry College looking to attack very quickly here. And they're going to take a shot already, and that was number 10, Jason Wilhelm. Great stop by Warren.
And Salisbury's on the penalty kill here now, as it looks like Berry was on the man up. We had a dead ball foul there, maybe an issue with a stick, as Salisbury still on the penalty kill, but Parker Stevens almost able to get that far side of the cage. The backup was Cross Ferreira.
Yeah, Parker Stevens, the senior, and he had 1 goal actually last season, so it'd be great to see him get another to start off this 2019 season.
And Salisbury is still a man down here trying to run out this penalty.
Pompey with it. Johnson covering him.
Berry able to take that away just before Salisbury went even. And now they're looking for a transition opportunity, but a great pickoff by the All-American Glenn.
Yeah, great timing there by Gwynn to get that pick and give Salisbury what they need, get their player back in, and get back to even numbers.
Absolutely right, as Wangus takes that on the edge of the box.
If you're Berry College, what a great way to come out the timeout, though, with that man-up opportunity. You got to take advantage, though, when you're down 3-0 here. Salisbury going to slow down the pace a bit. It's going to be Josh Melton with it, and Jake Sheeran covering him for Berry. Melton looking to turn the corner. Wasn't able to. A nice deflection there by number 35, Gridley Wright, for Berry College, and he's going to get that calls turnover and ground ball.
Like we talked about, only 1 clear failed so far for Berry College, but it's going to be a huge part to their potential success here today is seeing how they can execute these clears.
Pompey getting a little burnt there by Luke Koferl.
Berry doing a decent job trying to stick with Salisbury here, but they have the offensive possession time. They just need to get a couple more quality shots on cage and get one in the back of the net, really get one on their side of the scoreboard as we see a late trailer there.
Exactly. Berry College just needing one to really shift the momentum here.
Thomas
a little
Brennan
more in their favor, but Salisbury going to get a cause turnover of their own. Now back-to-back turnovers on both ends of the field. A little mishap there as it was Matt O'Callahan who almost lost that one, able to regain it. Another turnover, kind of unforced there, really just a bad pass, and now Berry College looking to head the other way.
Yeah, great pickup there by Cole Johnson for Berry, but like we were just talking about, Barry, great opportunity once again here to settle down and try to get themselves set up in an offense and find themselves a goal. So it looks like they're going to keep 2 guys on the crease here, try to cause a little bit of misdirection for Salisbury as we see a dodge from the wing getting set up.
Yeah, Wilhelm trying to come off of that pick and maybe turn the corner. Unable to, really. A very lobbed pass or shot attempt, you might say.
Yeah, looking for Kofrel inside, but not able to do it. But a great ride there from Hudson Harris, and that's going to go off of Noah Kness and back to Barry here.
And like Coach Bergman mentioned in that previous timeout, Shannon said they really emphasized the turnovers, and now we're just seeing it looks like back-to-back turnovers on both ends. Excellent shot attempt there by Chris Burchak, the IMLCA All-Region player last year.
Yeah, and the senior attackman, with all of his goal-scoring ability, should know that that was a poor angle there. And he had the shot, he had the step, but you got to take a couple more steps to the front side of the cage there, open and increase your angle. But good opportunity there for Burchak.
Now Westbrook with it, looking like Barry's going to slow it down a little and try and really find the back of the net here. They really need to get one in. Little under 3 minutes in the first quarter left. Over to Westbrook.
Great help defense there. Brad Apgar with a nice slide, and Parker Stevens with a great recovery going back into the middle, making sure that he doesn't lose Rolio on the other side.
Talk about this young Salisbury defense. They're off to a great start, and as I say it there, almost a caused turnover. And it looks like O'Callahan just couldn't get it up, get under that one.
And that should be an over and back violation. I'm not sure if the officials are going to correct themselves on that. They're going to say offsides on Barry. Either way, Salisbury gets the ball. A little bit of a rule change on the clears and possession in college lacrosse this year.
Yeah, definitely. With the 80-second shot clock, the 20 seconds to get into the clear zone, definitely going to come into play and maybe speed the game up a little bit, which I think is what the rules are looking for here.
Yeah, once you get possession, you have 20 seconds to get it across into your offensive half of the field, and then another 60 to get a shot on goal. As Gwynn's shot was deflected there. Great stick in the lane there by Gridley Wright, as we called his name here a couple times early on in this first quarter. Salisbury, cross for error, not giving up on the ride, though.
Yeah, Mitchell Estes trying to make the clear, and it looks like they're going to get that over for Barry, and now look up to set up shop on the offensive side.
Now Barry has 60 seconds left in this shot clock and about a minute and a half on the game clock. We'll see what they decide to do here, see how long they want to sit on it, as that shot from Brennan went wide.
Now 50 seconds left in the shot clock. They could, like you said, ride this out a little bit, try and get a goal and slow down Salisbury momentum.
And the only reason for doing that is, it's obviously early, still a very close game at 3-0, but with only a minute left, you don't want Salisbury to go on a goal or two swing here to end the quarter. That can really kill your momentum if you're Barry.
Now it's Harris trying to get in. Nice save by Brandon Warren. And looks like they're fighting in the cage with him for it, but he gets that one out, looking to make the clear now for Salisbury is number 35, Drew Borkowitz.
It's the second time that Salisbury saved by one of their attackmen. It looks like it was Snyder over there grabbing that deflection, but Greik almost lost that one out of bounds coming from Warren.
Now Wong is back in. 38 seconds left to play in the first quarter. We'll see how Salisbury decides to play this one out. Pompey comes back onto the field. We have Melton behind the cage. Wongus looking to turn the corner. Rejected kind of there by number 54, Kyle Rulu.
Yeah, great defense there by the senior. Wongus tried to lower his shoulder, but Rulu said, "I'm just as big," and was able to push him off the ball there.
Yeah, Wongus definitely used to being able to powerhouse through some of the defense.
Great cut by Farrar, but an even better save by Brogdon there to end this quarter. And if you're Barry, you have to be happy with the way you ended that one. Salisbury almost had that great facilitated offense, but Brogdon with an excellent, excellent save.
Yeah, it could have been a bad situation for Barry, but Brogdon came up big, and maybe Barry College can rally behind that a little bit. And now with the breaking quarters, we're going to head to a short break here at the Seagull Sports Network. We'll be right back with you.
I'm a Division III student athlete, and I know how powerful words can be. The term gay doesn't mean stupid, lame, or less than.
So I pledge to speak up if I hear the term gay used in a derogatory way or any other homophobic terms.
If you can play in Division III.
I'm a Division III student athlete, and my teammates unconditionally accepted me as part of their family. So now I pledge to do the same for others. If you can play in Division III.
Hello and welcome back to the Seagull Sports Network. If you weren't with us before, I'm Abel Preller. Alongside me, Sam Hunter. Just finished the first quarter here at Seagull Stadium. Salisbury University up 3-0 on Berry College Vikings, and what a great way to end that quarter was Berry College able to get a crucial save by their goalie Brogdon. Maybe they can rally behind that. Berry really needing a goal here to start out the second quarter.
Yeah, absolutely. Berry still very much in it. Obviously early. It's the start of the second quarter here. It's only 3-0 Salisbury, but something to notice is the turnovers for both teams. Very uncharacteristic. Berry with 7 turnovers in that first quarter. The Seagulls with another 5 turnovers. But fortunate for Salisbury, we were talking in the pregame about how you need some young defenders to step up, try to help your guys out. Salisbury already has 6 caused turnovers in this ballgame. Now, of course, that might be a little bit of rust being shaken off by both teams, maybe a little bit of sloppy play there going back and forth. Of course, both teams have missed at least 2 clears early on, but Salisbury has to be happy with the way that their defense has been starting out against Berry.
Yes, Sam, we talk about in the pregame, both of these teams in the top 20 for amount of turnovers per game, really great about taking care of the ball and possessing it, but in this first quarter, like you said, hopefully it's just a little bit of rust knocked off, and both these teams are going to come to play and really take care of the ball in this quarter.
Here's Malamphy and Baker once again at the face-off X. Malamphy went 2 of 3 in that first quarter. It looks like
he's going to end up.
Almost had another one there, but the fight will go into the offensive box. And a great pickup there by Rolio and an even better outlet there. Looks like Berry's going to get that clear. Miles Mitchell streaking up the field, trying to start the break there. Maybe an unsettled situation here for Berry.
Now already looking to turn the corner is going to be number 12, Hudson Harris for Berry, one of their prime scorers. Unable to do anything, dishes that one back out to Westbrook. It's going to slow it down for Berry as number 16, Luke Kofrell, enters the game. And number 23, Thomas Brennan, the senior. Brennan already looking to dodge and get in there. A great defensive effort by Brad Apgar there to keep Berry from turning the corner on him. Still working and really forces a bad shot there for Berry. And now Berry's going to get back that one, though.
Yeah, Berry trying to muscle his way in there, but Brad Apgar at 6'4", 210 is not easily muscled out of the way and forced the errant shot.
Now Berry looking to attack again, and that's going to be Drew Borkowitz on him.
Great slide there from Parker Stevens.
Apgar really muscling there as Luke Kofrell is trying to get in, turn that corner.
Looks like number 12, Hudson Harris, went into the crease there. Turnover number 8, as Parker Stevens takes a shot. Andrew Elgin, the senior attackman, not giving up on that ride. Great job by the Berry Vikings, as it looks like they once again are trying to take advantage of that unsettled situation as we see Justin Westbrook's shot go wide.
Yeah, what a great hit there, and really stops Parker Stevens from being able to make a successful clear and gets Berry another possession. Now Berry's going to work from behind the cage. Really making Salisbury's defense work in the beginning of this quarter so far.
Chris Burchak trying to exploit that matchup with the short stick. 47 goals to his name last year. Don't be surprised if he tries to get that one back. Westbrook with a nice move there, though. Shot goes wide.
Yeah, great dodge by Westbrook. Just wasn't able to hit the accuracy there.
We saw the switch. No Kness back on Burchak. A little bit of a crafty move there. They're once again going to give that back up to Berry. Burchak trying to streak around the cage, get that low finish.
Yeah, you see Burchak trying to get himself going, but really struggling to find the cage this season, I should say, the beginning of this game.
Yeah, exactly right. But if you're Barry, you have to be happy with what you're doing, and you have to continue to do so. You have to continue to force those shots. You just want to try to get them a little bit smarter, as Apgar knew right away that was going to be a push with possession.
Yeah, Barry getting the shots off. They had 7 shots in the first period, and I believe 3 of those on goal. So they just have to find the cage a little bit more, and one of these is going to go in.
Exactly right. And
just
like
as I say
that, Noah Miller, the sophomore attackman calling his own number, was able to beat Apgar on that far side of the cage. And as soon as he wrapped around, he saw Warren was hugging that near side pipe, and he put it right in that top far side corner. Great placement there by the sophomore.
Yeah, just as we said, and we had Apgar really riding him. Apgar had been working the past 2 possessions here. Now they got him caught on the 3rd possession right here and able to capitalize there as Miller.
Yeah, exactly right. April Miller with a great heads-up play there. And something to watch early on here is we saw Apgar get beat there, and we saw him also playing on the top side of the box. So he followed his man all the way around, almost a full 360 rotation inside that box. It'll be interesting to see who he matches up with most consistently throughout this game. Is Baker trying to win one to himself there, but Kevin Murphy coming in off the wing, not letting that happen so easily.
Great effort by Murphy. Sends that one back over to Warren in the cage.
That'll be the 3rd face-off win of the day here for the Seagulls.
Yeah, Malamphy doing a great job so far with Baker. It almost looked like Baker was going to have that one, but Murphy came in very clutch.
Well, Malamphy is doing a great job with waiting until his wings get there today. Not sure if he's quite top speed, but Baker definitely got the clamp on the last 2 face-offs, but Salisbury able to win them both. Pompey trying to use a little bit of trickery there, but I don't think it worked between Bromwell and Pompey. Wangus maybe trying to use the opposite side of the field with that speed.
Wangus with a lot of speed, and we talk about his power, sends that one up off the cage, unfortunately. But it's going to be Josh Melton taking that one back in.
Wangus with a great split dodge there, just using his speed, getting to that left hand, and ringing off the inside of the pipe was that shot. But we'll see what Bromwell does with the short stick matchup here, as it looks like he wants to dodge from the wing.
Yeah, Melton working against Jake Sheeran, the freshman. Over to Bromwell, looking to dodge. Here comes the double, sends it over to Pompey.
A smart double there by Barry. So we know Bromwell has a cannon.
Nice little bounce, but that one goes wide. Goalie trying to get back out there, Brogdon, but he runs back to the cage. Wasn't able to get there. Cross Ferreira turning the corner.
Great save there by Brogdon. Not even sure if he saw it, but was able to step into the right direction. And we'll see if he can get rid of it soon enough here, as he's getting mauled. He just drops the ball and retreats back into the cage. Barry wanted a call there, maybe a hit from behind or a slash, but officials thought he was turning. But Brogdon's standing on his head as he makes another save.
Yeah, Brogdon probably smart there to retreat and get back to the cage. As Salisbury, they're able to get the ball back quick and turn that around with a goal, and that's something you can't afford right now if you're Barry. Now it's going to be Melton with it. Salisbury getting quite a few shots off in this possession.
See if Bromwell likes his short stick matchup once again after he just took that shot.
Looked like they switched back and put Miles Mitchell, the junior, over on Bromwell. Must have been a switch before where the freshman was guarding him.
Bromwell lost the ball there for a second, but it might not matter. Looks like Barry might get to it anyway. Successful clear for them, as they're going to try to set up something on the break here. Maybe do something with this unsettled situation, or elect to slow it down.
Now we're going to see Parker Stevens come back out.
Harris
for
looks
Salisbury.
Like he'll wait for the reinforcements there.
Elgin sends it back over to Harris.
That was a really, really good lift there from the junior Drew Borkowitz. Looks like Harris had the beat on him and was able to turn that corner, but at the last second, Borkowitz just able to get right underneath that arm and affect that shot.
Now it was Luke Kofro looking to dodge and get one in the cage, but unable, a little wide there. Luckily, Barry had someone backing up the cage. And what a quick approach there, as Barry just comes right off the inbound, and slips it in past Warren. A nice little trick shot almost.
Yeah, almost a trick shot. Just a smart heads-up play there if you're Barry. As you look at the replay, you saw the quick inbounds and just the shovel pass there into the back of the net. We saw Burchak try that once coming around the other side of the cage, and it looks like he had Warren beat on that far side, but he wasn't able to put it on frame. That time, able to send it back to the far side of the cage. Warren not able to get there, get his foot to it, and a great finish by the leading goal scorer on this team from a season ago.
Yeah, and we talk about Burchak. We knew it was a matter of time with all the shots he was taking for him to land one. He's a big scorer for Barry, IMLCA All-Region 2018, so he's definitely going to find the back of the net. It's a matter of limiting that.
Absolutely. Looks like Baker with another quick pinch there. Barry's going to get another face-off win. We'll see what they elect to do with it here.
And just like that, now 3-2, Barry looking to tie this one up. Early in the second quarter, a nice save by Warren, but it bounces back out to Barry. Another quick shot coming off by Baker, actually.
That was a great shot from the LSM there, Josh Baker. And a good backup there for Barry. Tell you what, Barry certainly not shy at all coming in to play the number 2 ranked Salisbury Seagulls here today. Definitely keeping themselves in this ball game, and even without arguably one of their top players, as it looks like McKinley Gannon is not playing today, they are still able to hang with the Seagulls. And they're going to give that to Warren. Warren with the closer angle on the backup. Harris definitely not happy with himself on that, as we see Barry setting up into the clear, or excuse me, the rod.
Yeah, Barry College definitely made some great adjustments from that first quarter and coming out a lot more aggressive in this second quarter. Salisbury looking to make the clear. It's Jackson Woodward, the sophomore.
Snyder with a little bit of space. He's got a cannon if he elects to drive.
We're going to see Short back in, and number 14, Joe Salino, the freshman, again, back in on this game. Salino kind of looking to dodge Jake Sheeran. Unable to. Getting doubled. A nice dish over to Gwynn. But that one goes wide.
They're going to give that back up to Roliu, the senior defenseman. Once again, able to back up, outrun the Salisbury attackman. Barry setting up the clear here.
A nice find by the freshman Salino, though. Got doubled, able to find Gwynn, the leading scorer for Salisbury. So definitely a good setup. Just wasn't able to find the back of the net.
Absolutely. Barry almost.
What a great ride there by Brad Greig. Dodging, coming in tight. What an amazing goal there by Brad Geik, really splitting the defense and doing it all by himself.
And that's the type of play that'll get your sideline pumped up. Brad Greik, one of the short stick defenders, trying to substitute from those 2 seniors that graduated. Greik getting it himself and then splitting the double, toe tapping on the crease and able to get in there. And you see Brogdon complaining after he scores the goal, saying he was in the crease, but Greik, excellent body control there, making sure the ball was in the back of the net before he entered into that circle, giving Salisbury the 4-2 lead now.
Yeah, definitely a momentum swinger for Salisbury, much needed as Barry College was starting to kind of build past that first quarter and really attack back at Salisbury, but now 4-2, Brad Greig going to get his first goal of the 2019 season. What a way to step up. Malamphy and Baker.
Excuse me, the freshman Owen Sweeney there from New York at the X against Baker.
Owen Sweeney, very successful in high school, and Coach Berkman mentioned we might be seeing him.
They're going to call looks like it'll be an illegal procedure on the freshman. Looks like Baker actually had that initial clamp. Sweeney just tried to break it loose by jamming his stick in there. Not quite allowed to do that this year in college lacrosse. Barry sets up.
Unfortunate for Sweeney. Had such an excellent career in high school, but maybe just a rough start. We'll see what he can do later on.
Yeah, definitely does not show the full potential of that freshman. Warren with a nice save there. It looked like he was going offside hip. Wasn't quite there with the placement, but Luke Kerfel trying to do something, and unfortunate there as it really did look like Burchak had another one before his name today, but sent that one wide. And if you're Barry, that's the type of thing that you're going to look at the end of this game and hope that you can keep it close enough. With opportunities like that, you need to convert those when you're one-on-one with the goalie.
Now we're going to see Westbrook looking in.
It was a great feed from Westbrook, but it looked like Harris wasn't quite ready for that, didn't have his hands on the right spot.
Yeah, Harris wasn't completely in a great position to make a play there, but great idea by Westbrook. Westbrook really using the ride there and going to push out. I believe that's
Brian Menendez, and it looks like Menendez not happy with that afterwards. He's going to go ahead and say something to the official. He may have earned himself a trip to the box. That's going to be a delay of game, 30-second technical on the junior short stick defender, Brian Menendez for Salisbury. Barry will find themselves on the man up just the second time today, unable to convert on the first opportunity. We'll see what they do here with this second.
Yeah, not the way you want to start out your day if you're Menendez. I mean, didn't get quite the amount of play time he probably would have liked in 2018, and his younger brother's on the team now, number 28, Jace Menendez, and definitely not how you want to start out the day.
Yeah, absolutely right. And if you're Coach Berkman, you can see him talking to the junior over there. He's not happy with him as he just rolled that ball after he got taken out of bounds, and unfortunate as a lot of times it's almost inadvertent for some of these guys, but looked like it might have been intentional that last time. Borkowitz with a nice pickoff there on the crease. Salisbury once again trying to kill a penalty.
Now we're going to see Pompey come back in and try and get the clear for his team.
Looks like Barry maybe took a step off sides, but officials giving them the benefit of the doubt. Officials today are David Muller, Jeff Burso, and Sean Tobin, representing the NCAA.
Wangus really looking to turn the corner there on Miles Mitchell. Unable to do so. Pompey swings it back over to Bromwell. We're starting to see a lot of this dodge and dish type offense from Salisbury, and Coach Berkman, Coach Axel, the offensive coordinator, talk about their second line really runs a lot of scramble. And just as we see it, Gwynn with a far-out shot there.
Yeah, errant shot there, and Bromwell was behind the cage to back it up, but not quite a heads-up play there by the sophomore as he gets beat to the end line once again by Rowley, the senior defender, really stepping up for Barry College here, winning. Now that's his third possession he's taken away from these Seagulls and giving it back to his squad.
Yeah, now 4-2, 4 minutes left to play in the second quarter here. We have Harris working behind the cage.
Brennan looks like he might be trying to play some ISO ball with Greik, but hands it off to Kofrel. Looks like Brennan will try to exploit that short stick matchup.
Yeah, Brennan looking to turn the corner here.
Great footwork there by Brad Greik. Staying with him, Harris behind the cage.
Now Borkowitz really working on Harris.
And that's an incredible goal if it will stand, which it should. Great call by the officials there. I'll tell you what, my goodness, Hudson Harris with the inside roll.
Yeah, what a great play there. Saw the switch, saw Borkowitz playing the outside, and Harris just finds the fine line in between Borkowitz and the crease.
And that's not bad defense by Drew Borkowitz at all. That's just even better offense by Hudson Harris. Only had about half a foot there on the inside between the crease and Borkowitz, but he was able to get in, and right as he passed, goal line extended, able to get that between the legs of Brandon Warren. Excellent finish there by Harris.
Yeah, great way to read and exploit the switch there on defense. Now we're going to see Malamphy back out against Baker. Solo win there by Baker.
It looks like Barry going to get a timeout there after they get that possession. Coach very happy with his team there. Able to storm back, get themselves a goal, get themselves a possession, and try to tie this thing up with only 3.5 minutes going into halftime.
And with that, we're going to take a short break. We'll be right back here with you at the Seagull Sports Network.
Great moments are born from great opportunity. The NCAA's commitment to the highest level of fairness and well-being. along with the pursuit of excellence in both academics and athletics, helps build a championship culture. With their generosity, our corporate partners make it possible to celebrate champions. The NCAA expresses our gratitude to them. Without their support, these great moments and opportunities are not possible for our student athletes. Thank you.
Hello and welcome back to the Seagull Sports Network. If you weren't with us before, I'm April Preller, alongside me Sam Hunter. Berry College really pushing this Salisbury team, now 4-3, just down one with 3 minutes to play until the half. Hudson Harris already looking to attack again after that spectacular goal just a moment ago.
Yeah, Berry College not showing any fear coming into Salisbury to play this second-ranked Seagulls squad. Salisbury with a little bit of a slow start, but all credit here to Berry as they've been playing a little sloppy, but so is Salisbury, and Berry able to take those chances, and anything that's not set offense, they have not struggled at all, able to find 3 goals so far, and we'll see if they can get one out of their set offense here right now.
And that's going to be number 26, Chris Burchak. Big player to watch here for Berry. Berry's starting to slow it down a little bit. Westbrook sends the feed over in.
It was a great pass there.
Wilhelm. Great deflection there by Borkowitz. Sends it out, and Parker Stevens is going to look to get the clear.
Yeah, excellent find there by Thomas Brennan, giving Jason Wilhelm the open shot, but put it right on Warren's chest. You got to have a little bit better shot placement there if you want to try to get past this goalie. Salisbury with another successful clear. So it looks like that's Ferrara. And Salisbury, Coach Berkman smartly going to take the timeout with 2 minutes left. Try to get another goal on the scoreboard here for Salisbury.
Yeah, great idea to take a timeout here, slow things down with a little bit of a momentum stopper for Berry College. With that, we're going to take another short break here at the Seagull Sports Network.
We can stop to make sure someone is okay.
Get in the way and disrupt the situation.
Get someone a cab.
Or walk them home safely.
We can change the language around rape.
We cannot be bystanders.
Taking action isn't always easy.
But
it's on us
to intervene.
Because we can.
Learn more and take the pledge at itsonus.org.
Welcome back to the Seagull Sports Network, and a timeout here by Coach Berkman for the Seagulls, and much needed as Berry College has come out in the second quarter electric and really pushing Salisbury University to step up their game here in Game 1 of 2019.
Yeah, absolutely right, April. Not something we would completely expect from Salisbury here today, to see them struggling so much against this Berry College opponent, but Berry College Vikings certainly came to play, showing no fear at all coming into this matchup and playing well so far, actually out-shooting Salisbury. Salisbury with only one more save, and they've actually won 5 out of the 8 faceoffs that we've seen here so far today for Berry College. So they're giving themselves the edge a little bit in the statistical categories. Just want to try to make it a little bit closer of a game there, only 1 goal down.
Yeah, one big difference here in that first quarter, we saw Malamphy able to control the battle at the X a little bit better than we have in the second quarter. So definitely need to see Salisbury with some more possessions and more shot attempts if they want to get a little bit more of a comfortable lead in this game today. Wong is trying to turn the corner, but a great ride there. Berry all over the Seagulls. Cross Ferreira picks it up, though. Sends it back to Longest to Bromwell. Bromwell looking to work against the freshman defender. Turns the corner, but hits
Off
the pipe there.
And that'll reset the shot clock, too. Great for Salisbury, as if they choose to, they can almost ride out this entire first half with that 80-second shot clock being introduced this year.
Yeah, we'll have to see how Salisbury decides to play this one out. Looks like they're slowing it down a bit. Pompey behind the cage. Ferrara looking to set a pick there.
Pompey almost muscling his way in there, but Brogdon with another great save, and the senior defender Kyle Rolu coming once again.
Yeah, credit to the goalies. We've seen a lot of great shot attempts and goals even by both teams thus far.
Here's Barry trying to set themselves up with something. Almost some high heat there from Chris Burchak, but Warren saw it all the way. Burchak changed planes there, but has to once again put a little bit better placement on it, try to put it in one of those corners.
Yeah, still a solid save by Warren. There was a lot of heat on that one.
We'll see with 30 seconds left how much urgency Salisbury has here.
Now we're going to see the freshman Joe Salino back in.
Looks like we'll see another timeout. Salisbury is with 26 seconds left in this first half. They're going to try to set up a final goal attempt.
Yeah, if you're Coach Berkman and the Seagulls, you definitely want to try and find a way to get a little bit more cushion going into halftime. Feel good, a little bit more confident than we have throughout this whole second quarter, really, with Berry College having all the momentum. With that, we're going to take a short break. We'll be right back with you here at the Seagull Sports Network.
Label me.
You know you want to.
Don't be shy.
You do it behind my back.
So say it to my face.
You don't know me.
You know what I am?
I'm a pitcher.
I'm a striker.
I'm a point guard.
I'm a linebacker.
I'm a setter. Shortstop. High jumper.
Wrestler.
Defender.
Goalie.
Student.
Student athletes.
That's who we are.
Hello and welcome back to the Seagull Sports Network. I'm April Preller, alongside me Sam Hunter. 26 seconds left in this second quarter before halftime. Salisbury with the timeout here and trying to figure out a way to get a goal and really finish out the second quarter a lot stronger than they started.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you're Salisbury, it's got to be, with the score only being 4-3, a little bit closer than you anticipated coming into this ball game. But Barry, coming all the way up from Georgia, wants to make sure that this trip was not for nothing, as they're going to try to set up a defensive stance here to try to keep this game at 1 goal margin to go into halftime.
Now we're going to see Short working against Miles Mitchell, the junior defender. Short looked like he could have turned the corner, but the help defense was there, and unfortunately Short sends that one a little high. Cross Ferreira unable to maintain it. Now Berry College with a nice defensive effort.
Maybe a little premature Gilman there, as looks like time's going to expire for halftime. But I'll tell you what, April, if you're Berry College, you have to be happy with the score being 4-3 in the favor of the Seagulls going into halftime.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the first quarter it was 3-0 Seagull lead, and then in the second quarter it was almost reversed, as in Berry was able to score 3 goals. Salisbury only able to get 1 from someone who's not really an attackman, Brad Gregg, but excellent momentum change there briefly. Unfortunately, Berry College really able to rally in that second quarter. And with that, we're going to head over down to our sideline reporter, Shannon Southcombe, for a halftime interview report.
One goal there in the second period. What do you attribute that to? What changes can you make in the second half?
Well, we got to stop hitting the goalie. You know, we hit the goalie several times. The goalie came up with a few saves. We got to shoot a little bit better this half for sure.
Okay, and Berry College has the edge in ground balls and face-offs. What adjustments need to be made?
Well, we got to play a little bit harder, and we got to win the ground ball war in the second half for sure.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck.
Thanks, Shannon. And like Coach Berkman said, we really noticed the difference there in that second quarter, as it was all really Berry College as they took over that second quarter and got themselves back into a great position.
Yeah, Coach Berkman not wanting to say too much there. You could tell he was a little bit annoyed perhaps with his boys, with his squad in that first half. Is one thing he mentioned was the ground balls, and Salisbury is actually behind in the ground ball total. Barry with 20 ground balls, Salisbury with 17, and definitely something to go along with that is, like Shannon mentioned, Salisbury with a little bit of struggles there in the second period for the face-off X. Not something we're used to with that dynamic combination of Logan, Malamphy, but today we're seeing Malamphy and the freshman Sweeney, and we, like you said, April, Malamphy was able to get it going a little bit early on there in the first quarter, but that second quarter came, and it really seemed like the momentum switched to Barry. This whole crowd, this whole stadium is kind of waiting for Salisbury to pop off, waiting for them to start scoring, waiting for them to see those crazy takeaways, those strips, those caused turnovers, but Barry still holding their own here so far and not making it easy for Salisbury at all.
Yeah, Sam, as you mentioned, it was kind of like every time Salisbury was able to get a momentum changer, they made a mistake or weren't able to really capitalize on it, and Barry College they capitalized completely in that second quarter, and they're really earning everything they got in that second quarter. One thing very uncharacteristic for Salisbury is that last season in 2018, they were number 3 in the NCAA for ground balls last season with 897. So to come out here and not be winning the ground ball challenge is really just uncharacteristic and possibly a big factor in what's really changing how Salisbury is playing today.
Yeah, absolutely right. And something Coach Berkman didn't mention, but certainly was a little bit of an issue there for Salisbury in the first half, was those 2 penalties that they had. And, of course, when you only have 2 penalties and a half, that's not that big of a deal. You can't be upset with that if you're a coach. But Barry played a perfect half, no infractions against them. So when you're Salisbury and you're giving up 2 opportunities, one of 60 seconds and one of 30 on those man-ups, you're very fortunate that Barry didn't convert, because even if they converted 1 out of 2 of those, this is a whole different ball game. And with Barry College returning all of their excellent players from that man-up who shot 42% a year ago, they were doing extremely well.
Yeah, and we saw Salisbury and Barry both kind of cleaned up the turnovers that we saw quite a lot. It was a little bit of helter-skelter in that first quarter. Both teams able to clean that up and really start getting shots on goal, but as we mentioned, Barry College winning the shots battle here, so definitely the possession is going to come crucial in the second half for Salisbury, and they're going to need to find a way to win that battle with the X and get some more possessions on their side, get some more shots off, and like Coach Berkman said, just need to finish with a little bit more of shot selection, a little bit more finesse.
Yeah, and I think, to be quite honest with you, I think they just need to play a little bit harder here. First game, obviously, you're still feeling yourself out, still feeling everything, trying to get those offensive schemes in, trying to get the chemistry down with some of your new teammates, but Salisbury definitely not the situation that they expected to be in, and very uncharacteristic for not only Salisbury but Barry as well. Barry with 12 turnovers in that first half, and Salisbury with 10. Now, of course, Seagulls also had 10 caused turnovers, so their margin is just about 0. Barry only 5 caused turnovers, but both of which, something to look at going into the second half, is which team can hold on to the ball better. And Salisbury, if you see them, if they can continue, if they can put up another 10 caused turnovers going into that second half, then they're going to be looking very, very strong on the defensive side.
Yeah, Salisbury with only 7 turnovers in the first quarter. They made the adjustment on the turnover side in that second quarter. Going to have to see them stick with that, as last season we mentioned Salisbury one of the top in the nation with their low percentage on turnovers with only 14 per game, and now they really only have 4 more to give if they're going to keep that standard.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll see if they can try to keep it down to their 2018 average. We know Barry is struggling.
And with that, we're going to head to a short break here on the Seagull Sports Network. Stay with us for the second half. We'll be right back.
It's not about where you were born. It's not about your gender or the color of your skin, or whether you're rich, poor, or in the middle. No matter what you play, if you have the skill and drive to succeed in school and in sports, we'll provide the opportunity.
Hello and welcome back to the Seagull Sports Network. If you weren't with us in the first half, I'm April Preller. Alongside me, Sam Hunter. This game definitely not how the Seagulls expected their home opener to go here in Seagull Stadium. It's 4-3. Berry College really coming out ready to play.
Yeah, Berry College, as we see Josh Baker and Brett Malamphy at the X. Berry went 4 of 5 at faceoffs in that second quarter. We're going to see a early illegal procedure go against Berry, although.
Yeah, Berry really able to take control and come back in that second half. In first quarter, it was 3-0 all Salisbury. Second quarter, it was 3-1 all Berry. And really a big part of that was, as we mentioned before, the ground ball category and the faceoffs. They're really just able to get possession, and that's the difference maker. So Salisbury with a possession here to start. Hopefully they can get something going.
Yeah, and we'll see how they come out to start this second half, as we know they cannot be comfortable with this one-goal lead. We'll see how fast they want to go on the offensive side of the ball. Is a nice strip there. We saw Pompey get stripped by the senior.
Yeah, Kyle Rulu, what a great strip there for him, and a great effort, really. And
that's
penalty's going to be thrown there on number 4, Miles Mitchell. Looks like a hit from behind.
Yeah, it's going to be a technical 30-second. Unless Cross Ferrer scores right there, and he does with an excellent feed from Corey Gwynn. Berry's defense got a little bit too stretched out on that one, and I think they're going to go ahead and waive off that penalty on Berry College. But Salisbury, great way to start this second half, is Gwynn noticing a little bit too stretched out defense inside there in front of the cage, and Cross Ferreira just streaking towards the crease there, was able to get that ball and throw a fake and dunk it past Brogdon.
Yeah, and you can see that penalty might have even thrown Berry College's defense a little bit more concerned about that than and then Cross Ferreira just able to cut right down and Gwynn able to find the hole. Nice goal and much needed for Salisbury to start and get some momentum back. Now 5-3, 14 minutes left in this third quarter.
Malamphy looks like he won the clamp there, as Kevin Murphy's going to go ahead and take that for Salisbury.
Now another possession right off the bat for Salisbury, and that's going to be a big difference maker if they can continue this for this third quarter. And as we saw in the second, when they weren't able to get possession, we saw the struggle. So definitely a great adjustment by Salisbury and this Salisbury team. Coach Berkman, great adjustment.
And right there, Berry had 2 face-off win advantage to their name, but Salisbury able to wipe it out there with a penalty and that face-off win, right back even at the X today.
Now we're going to see number 40, Tyler Snyder, looking to get one in there. And a big player last year, started to get some minutes, and now coming into his own this season.
Yeah, Snyder, plenty of time last year. He just struggled to get his shots on frame. Obviously, we've seen him when he does score, a big arm with a great cross-crease feed there, but it looks like Austin Short couldn't handle the pass.
Yeah, great idea by Snyder. It looked like it was a little high, though, so Short unable to really contain it. Gwynn looking to turn the corner here, working against number 35, Gridley Wright, the sophomore defender.
Gridley Wright doing a great job defending the All-American Corey Gwynn all day so far. A couple caused turnovers to his name as well.
Yeah, Gwynn has 1 goal to his name. A little quiet, though, compared to what we usually see out of him.
Ferreira.
Nice assist on that last play, though.
Yeah, absolutely right. April Ferreira with a little bit of a sloppy one-handed attempt there on the near side of the goal. Short trying to use his speed, but ran into the wall there. It looks like Jake Sheeran was waiting for him. Number 7 for Berry, as that's a shot clock violation for the Seagulls.
Yeah, and as you see, it was Short and Sheeran actually give each other a little dap up and like, all right, good play there. And now we see Berry back the other way. Hudson Harris looking to get in.
We'll see if Berry can react to that early goal from Salisbury, try to get one on the board themselves. We'll see what offense they go in as they have a break here. Maybe missed Westbrook there on that near side. Looks like he might have had an attempt, but Luke Caulfield didn't see him.
And great defense there by Brad Apgar, really pushing number 22, Andrew Elgin, out around that corner. Wasn't able to get a good angle against Warren.
There's Hudson Harris behind the cage again.
Borkowitz working against him. That one goes a little high. Warren tried to chase after it, unable to. Berry's going to get another shot at it. Elgin brings it back in. Over to Westbrook. Back to Elgin. looking to turn the corner, and he does. Great attempt there, but a little wide. Had 2 on him, was still able to get that off. Tough shot there.
Yeah, Barry doing a great job of drawing a second defender with a slide and trying to find the open man, but not quite quick enough on their rotation, as saw Harris trying to get that skip pass through. The ball actually got through towards Justin Westbrook, but it went a little high. And it looks like the officials may be calling a tip ball here, but Salisbury's coaching staff not happy at all. And there they make the correct call there for Salisbury. They're going to give it to the Seagulls, and we'll see Parker Stevens try to clear that.
Yeah, you saw Coach Berkman and staff very upset about that call, and great way for the refs to really reverse that call and make the right one. Now Salisbury back down on their side of the field. Bromwell working against Miles Mitchell, the junior midfielder, excuse me.
Looks like it's going to be a moving screen. Cross for error. A little bit too dramatic there. Tried to get a penalty. Stepped out of the way a little bit. If he would have stood strong and taken that hit, he may have gotten his team a man-up opportunity, but Barry headed the other way.
Yeah, Barry moving quick to get down the other end. It's going to be Hudson Harris with it.
And Harris trying to get inside, not shy at all. As we're going to see, high hit there. Noah Steiner, number 42. The long pull for Barry, as we're going to see a scruff there. Barry trying to take care of their own.
Yeah.
A little high hit from Salisbury. But Noah Steiner tried to duck one, but was not able to duck the other. As it looks like we're going to see a Salisbury defender heading to the box. If I'm not mistaken, it should be Brad Apgar on that slide, but we'll see who they give that penalty to. Maybe
yes, Sam.
Salisbury down maybe for at least a minute, possibly 2 here with that high check.
Yeah, I believe it was Brad Apgar. Looks like they're going to put that one on him, and he's in the box there now.
And Steiner able to dodge the Pompey high hit, but then Apgar right to the face. Salisbury lucky that they don't have 2 players in the box there for high hits, as Barry gets their 3rd man-up opportunity of the day. We're not able to convert on the first 2.
Now we'll see how this young Salisbury defense is able to lock down this man-down opportunity, see if they can really make a play here. Warren steps up and makes the play of his own, and that's what you expect from your starting goalie. Really did a great job leading them last year and came in clutch there. Unfortunately, Parker Stevens got another big hit and dropped that one again. Second one he's dropped for the day in attempts on clears.
Barry just trying to get possession back here, as it's going to go off of Barry and be Salisbury's ball. A little bit lucky there, as it looks like Kevin Murphy had a push out of bounds.
Yeah, it's starting to get a little bit chippy now. It's 5-3, 10 minutes to go in this third quarter.
Salisbury still trying to kill this penalty. Snyder taking it over to the top corner.
Yeah, we're just going to see Salisbury play this one out a little bit, let the time burn off, get your players back in.
Interesting how Barry just now electing to try to double the ball. They had about 20 seconds there. We'll see if Wongus elects to do anything. Coming straight out of the box.
Yeah, Wongus, a lot of strength and a lot of power and speed behind him. We always love to see him looking to dodge in. Unable to get that one, though.
Good save by Brogdon off that turn and cross for air. And it looks like he might have just lost that, but either way, Barry College has to be happy. Possession back, Gridley right.
Yeah, Gwynn looked a little upset with the referee there on that call. Wanted the ball to be Salisbury's, but Barry now the other way, and Salisbury back at it.
And there's a failed clear from Barry in April. One thing to mention from that first half is both teams not very well from the clear today. Talked about how they were both around 90%, Barry 88%, Salisbury 90%. Two teams that are usually poised and execute well on the clear, but only around 70% today for both squads. So everybody's struggling a little bit.
Yeah, and you have to talk about it. I mean, it is the first game, but definitely uncharacteristic on both ends. Salisbury losing the ground ball battle, which they usually succeed at, and also the turnovers on both teams way higher than usual numbers for both. And then now we talk about the clears. I mean, it's just 30% lower than where they're usually at. Barry looking to make the clear here. We'll see if they can get one off. Westbrook sends it on over.
There's a successful clear for the Vikings.
We're going to see Elgin working to get in. Over to Westbrook, feeds it back in. What a great missed opportunity there. Right on the doorstep was number 25, Jackson Lambert, the freshman, and number 26, Chris Burchak, one of their best scorers, unable to connect right on the doorstep.
Yeah, uncharacteristic of Burchak. That's the second or third time today that he's had an opportunity right there on the doorstep, but maybe heard some footsteps or not quite able to convert.
Yeah, really unfortunate missed opportunity for Barry, and you're down 2. You really need that one. Great hustle there by Parker Stevens, and he's going to get that one for his team.
Yeah, interesting that the officials called that a shot. Either way, Parker Stevens taking advantage there, running that ball out to the sideline.
Now we're going to see Joe Salino back in, the freshman, along with Austin Short, senior. Gets around his defender. Nice little hop play, but Brogdon all over that one. He's doing great today so far for Berry College, really stopping some electric scores of Salisbury.
Yeah, Short really good with that speed dodge, but not quite able to convert there. And
another great stop back-to-back. We're having this is like a goalie competition here between Brogdon and Warren. Another close-up shot. Warren able to deflect that one. Looked like it might have went off his foot, actually.
Yeah, and that's going to be a timeout. Barry. Great hustle play there by Salisbury's sophomore LSM, Matt O'Callahan, but officials may have missed that one. It looked like Harris beat it to the end line, but looks like he stopped jogging a little bit early, so maybe the officials gave that to O'Callahan.
Yeah, we're definitely seeing a lot better effort from both teams here in this third quarter, coming out a lot more focused. And with that, we're going to take a short break here. It's 5-3, 7 minutes to play in the third quarter.
NCAA Teamworks is how the NCAA, member schools, student athletes, and corporate champions and partners actively engage in outreach efforts where national championships are played. Through initiatives such as NCAA Community 101 service learning projects, disaster relief efforts, youth clinics, backpack and school supply donations, and support of the Special Olympics and the Make-A-Wish Foundation, the NCAA and its partners work together to leave a lasting legacy in the community. For more information on NCAA Teamworks, go to ncaa.com/teamworks.
Hello and welcome back to the Seagull Sports Network. If you weren't with us before, I'm April Preller. Alongside me, Sam Hunter. It's 5-3 now, 7 minutes to play in the third quarter for this Salisbury versus Barry matchup, and it's definitely been an interesting one. First quarter all Salisbury, second quarter all Barry, and now this third quarter, it's getting a little chippy back and forth, and we'll see. Salisbury already answered with one goal, and now it's up to Barry to see if they can bounce back a little here.
Yeah, absolutely right. Salisbury definitely not playing to their full potential right now, as they're going to try to take this clear up. And Barry, like we mentioned, a little bit sloppy play from the Vikings, but have to be happy with their overall performance. Only down by 2 here midway through the third quarter.
Yeah, they're getting
As
opportunities, but
they're going to get the ball right back there. Warren throws it right over Pompey's head.
Yeah, we're seeing Barry get the opportunities on the offensive end, get the shots off. That last play, they were unable to connect with Burchak right on the doorstep against Warren, and that's one that you just need to get. So as they keep going, I'm sure they'll get one of those and really start to swing the momentum back in their favor, as they did in the second quarter. Be interesting to see how Salisbury defends this here. If they can get a big stop here, it'll be crucial to really dominate this third quarter. Westbrook back with it, working against Brad Gregg, who, not to forget earlier, had a goal of his own, which was very incredible, made the clear, dodged a few on his own, and scored all by himself.
Great. Kevin Murphy able to jump in the passing lane there. Great job by the junior.
Parker Stevens picks that one up, sends it over to Gwynn. Now Salisbury is going to set up shop again here on the offensive side of the ball.
The freshman Josh Sanchez in the game on the right side for attack.
Now we're going to see Pompey dish it over to Melton, who wants to send it behind the cage, goes a little long.
Melton fortunate that they're going to call that a shot, as it looks like he was just trying to get the ball out of there. Wasn't quite sure where the goal was.
Yeah, it looked like he might have even been trying to get it to Sanchez behind the cage, but just a little out of control there. Sanchez keeps it in play, though. Over to Melton.
Great stick there. Once again, we've been calling his name all day. Kyle Rowley, really great stick there to adjust Wangus' shot at the last second, sending that one high.
Really done a great job shutting down Wangus, one of the best, strongest players out there for Salisbury. Really known for getting in and close-up shots, but Rollo doing a great job. Pompey,
a great save there from Brogdon, and it looks like Pompey thought he had a goal, jumped in the crease. A little bit of a crazy series there. So Brogdon's going to get a save, and Pompey's going to get a goal disallowed, and Barry's going to try to clear it.
It looked like there might have been a little bit of push from behind, but maybe exaggerated by Pompey.
Yeah, and if you're an attackman or an offensive player in college lacrosse today, your coaches teach you as soon as you feel any pressure on your back when you're in there on that crease, just go down. Because more than likely you're going to get the push with possession call nowadays, now that you can't enter the crease until the goal has already been scored.
Now we're going to see Thomas Brennan back with the ball, the senior.
Great defense there. Matt O'Callahan not giving him any space, almost forcing a turnover.
Yeah, Matt O'Callahan, one name that Coach Berkman seemed really excited about for this season, said he's come back stronger than ever, so he's so far done a great job here today. Hudson Harris working to get in.
See what Brennan wants to do with that matchup.
Flips it over to Westbrook. A nice dish over.
3 seconds left in the shot clock, and like you said, April, what a pass and what a finish.
Yeah, great dish over to Andrew Elgin, the senior attackman, and great finish, and that's what we said needed to happen. Berry College was getting the opportunities, but they weren't getting the finish, and now here they get both. What a great way to bounce back if you're Berry College. Now 5-4 with 4 minutes left to play in the third quarter.
Yeah, Elgin with a great finish there. No angle at all, and with 3 seconds left on the shot clock, he was able to get it right around GLE and put it on that far side lower corner for Brandon Warren.
Yeah.
Hudson Harris getting himself, looks like his second point of the day, now with a goal and an assist.
Yeah, Harris really done a great job making this Salisbury defense work, and such a great find to see at the last second was Elgin cutting right to the net.
Elgin with his first point of the day and first point of the season for this young season for Berry College.
Now we're going to see Salisbury try to respond here with 3 minutes left in the third quarter. They're going to set up shop. Austin Short comes in. Going to send back in the freshman, Joe Salino.
2 freshmen in now. For Salisbury, you got Josh Sanchez at attack, Joe Salino midfield.
Yeah.
Looks like Sanchez is going to try to save that one from going out, but not the smartest decision there from Snyder. Running through a Berry defender, he's going to give the ball right back to the Vikings.
Unfortunate situation for Salisbury, but as Coach Berkman mentioned, he wanted to say that his second line of midfielders this season might be his best second line in recent history. So definitely going to look to see them respond and come back down the field.
Yeah, absolutely. And April, I might agree with him as well, as it looks like there's going to be a moving screen there. Salisbury's going to try to take this one quick on transition. Berry does not have numbers back. We'll see if Salisbury forces the issue. Look far side maybe.
Salino sending it back over to Gwynn. A little bit of helter-skelter. Salisbury's going to pull it out. Bromwell with it. Working against Miles Mitchell, the junior.
Yeah, absolutely right, though, April. What you were saying about one of the best defensive units is we see Brogdon with a great save there on the freshman Sanchez. But, yeah, this second midfield unit is very, very talented, and Coach Berkman has to be happy. We see Pompey with the lateral ability. Like you mentioned, the freshman Salino really can play well when given the opportunity.
Now we're going to see Sanchez sends it on over to Snyder. Snyder working against Miles Mitchell Estes. Still looking to turn the corner there. Gwynn gets it back, working against Gridley Wright, who's done a pretty good job so far containing the All-American. Short.
Good job by Gwynn there, and a rip by Snyder off the top of the crossbar and almost went out of bounds. Saved by Borkowitz, but unfortunate there as Barry is going to get that roll closest to it out of bounds.
Yeah, unfortunate for Snyder. Great shot selection, a lot of power behind it, unable to finish, and that's kind of reversing roles here with Barry College.
And that's tough for Barry as tough for Salisbury as Warren's going to make that save initially, but Barry will, for the fourth time today, have an extra man opportunity, as it looks like there may have been a little bit of a frustration foul there on Matt O'Callahan. I think he's going to head to the box. I think it's actually going to be Borkowitz heading to the box for a 30-second technical foul. And you see Coach Berkman stopping to talk to him and tell him just what happened there, why he's got to take a knee. Unfortunate there.
Yeah, Borkowitz, the only starting returning defenseman, so kind of the centerpiece of this defense. We'll see how Salisbury defense responds, all the young sophomores out there.
And we'll see how their penalty kill is with all their young defenders. We talk about guys like Nowesnik, Kyle Tucker, Corey Berry, all seniors that are no longer at Salisbury University. And a lot of young players are going to have to make some adjustments here in this man-down defense. And just like that, Barry ties the game. Luke Kofrel with an extra man goal.
Yeah, Luke Kofrel, a lot of power, great slide, stepped right in and put that one right behind Warren. I mean, that's a great shot and great taking advantage of Barry College. And as we mentioned before, they're getting opportunities and not taking advantage, and now they've really done a good job at switching it.
5-5 ball game with a minute 23 left in this third quarter, and Barry College has to be happy as this one could start over right now. 5-5 all even. But April, like you mentioned, it looked like Salisbury was a little bit slow on their rotations there with a lot of those younger guys in that man-down defense.
Yeah, Kofrel was really able to just step in with comfort and finish that one off. Too much time there.
Yeah. Malamphy trying to win it to himself. Looks like not sure what happened there.
Official's going to let them play through that.
Barry with an unsettled situation. Looks like they had numbers there. They actually had 6-on-4 there for a little bit, but Salisbury able to even things out.
Now Barry looking with under a minute left to play in this third quarter, looking to really take advantage and maybe get one up on the Seagulls. You're going to see Brennan step back out, the senior, along with Westbrook leading the charge.
We'll see. Barry, shot clock and game clock are just about synced up. Shot clock 7 seconds longer, so Barry does not have to take a shot until the end of the third if they elect to.
Wilhelm looking to turn the corner, but
turnover there by Greik.
Yeah, and a little bit of an assist by Berkowitz, able to pick that one up after Greik was able to slip it out. Great hit.
Keep it in bounds there was the junior.
Now we've seen Brad Greik come up clutch in two situations, one with a goal and another with a caused turnover here.
We'll see. Barry trying to do something there on the offensive side, but
a little bit of a late hit there as you see Jackson Woodward go down, and looks like they threw the penalty flag.
Yeah, I think Barry's going to be a man up here once again to start this quarter. We'll have to see what the officials call. Actually, looking at that replay, they might get number 42.
Or 26.
We'll be interested to see what the officials are going to call here.
Yeah, it's going to either be on Noah Steiner or probably Chris Burchuk, two crucial players of this Barry College team. With that, we're going to take a break, and we'll be right back with you when we find out what's going on.
NCAA Teamworks is how the NCAA, member schools, student athletes, and corporate champions and partners actively engage in outreach efforts where national championships are played. Through initiatives such as NCAA Community 101 service learning projects, disaster relief efforts, youth clinics, backpack and school supply donations, and support of Special Olympics and the Make-A-Wish Foundation, the NCAA and its partners work together to leave a lasting legacy in the community. For more information on NCAA Teamworks, go to ncaa.com/teamworks.
Hello and welcome back to the Seagull Sports Network. It's going to be a push with possession. It's going to be number 26, Chris Burchak, the senior attackman for Barry, in the box. And if you're Salisbury, that's a great look for you as the leading scorer, leading player of this Barry team is now in the box. If you're Salisbury, you have to take advantage.
And first penalty of the day by Barry College. So we'll see what Salisbury can do with their first man-up opportunity of not only this game, but this young 2019 campaign.
The man-up crew, we're going to have Bromwell, Ferrara, Gwynn, Pompey, Melton,
and Snyder down there on the bottom. Interesting that Coach Berkman for Salisbury wants those big cannons up top.
You see Cross Ferreira and Pompey kind of sliding through the middle.
Looks like Snyder may have had an opportunity for a second there, and so did Corey Gwynn with the high heat. Corey Gwynn able to sting that far side corner. Looks like that assist came from Pompey. Great execution from Salisbury with their first man-up opportunity this season.
Yeah, great eye by Pompey to pass that one up. He could have potentially took it himself, passed it up, made the next pass, and it really played out big. And Corey Gwynn able to finish that one. A much-needed goal. Salisbury goes up 6-5 now to start off this fourth quarter.
Yeah, and Corey Gwynn getting his third point of the day, now 2 goals and 1 assist, and also able to get his name on the stat sheet is Zach Pompey, second assist on the day.
Yeah, we've definitely seen Pompey come a long way since last season, doing a great job distributing the ball this game so far. Penalty's going to be thrown again. It's going to be a little bit of a scuffle between Malamphy and Baker, I believe.
And Salisbury is going to be man up once again next time they lose possession, unless they score here before they do.
Now Pompey with it. Wongus backing him up. Almost lost it there. Good pressure by Noah Miller, the sophomore, working against Pompey. Pompey sends it over. Another penalty flag thrown.
That might
Gwynn looking to turn the corner, gets stripped. Barry picks it up. Now the refs are going to stop this one over and talk over these 2 penalties.
And we'll see what the officials call here. It looks like that second one may have just been a little bit high towards the head or neck area. I think they're going to get the sophomore attackman Noah Miller for Barry will be headed to the box. Salisbury might be 2 men up here for a second, depending on what the officials call.
Yeah, there's that first one there against Malamphy. You saw that on your replay. And the second one came down over by the goal here, Gwynn.
And it looks like both Josh Baker and Noah Miller are both going to be in the box. So it's going to be a 6-on-4 for Salisbury for 30 seconds.
Yeah, Salisbury with the previous man-up success. Now we'll see a double man-up situation, 6-on-4 here.
Yeah, I think Miller had a hold there on Pompey, and Baker with a push with possession.
It's going to be Ferrara, sends it over to Melton. Pompey over to Bromwell.
Looks like they're going for the same thing again.
Excellent
tic-tac-toe lacrosse
passes
down there. And like you just said, April, excellent passes. Josh Melton from Cross Ferreira, a great skip pass led by Pompey. And Cross Ferreira did a perfect job of hesitating just long enough to keep Riley Brogdon, the keeper for Barry, on his side of the cage, and just at the last second when he's fading towards behind GLE, able to dump that over to Melton, and Melton, nobody there. Plenty of goal to look at.
Yeah, Cross Ferreira having himself a day here with 2 goals and now an assist to his name, and someone who wasn't always talked about last season, played in the majority of games, only started 2 last season with 10 goals, 3 assists. But this year, he's really come out, his 3rd official start today, and really putting on a show.
And this is big for Salisbury. A little 2-goal swing definitely shifts momentum.
Yeah, now 7-5, 13 minutes to play in this ballgame.
Smart by Corey Gwynn there, the All-American, trying to set up his offense, settle down the squad, and that's big if you're Barry. You had just hit one to tie it up 5-5 coming into the fourth quarter. It was a close game, and now Salisbury with the ball still and a 2-goal lead. Barry trying to be careful here, make sure they don't let this thing stretch out too far.
Yeah, 2-goal lead, but Salisbury still with their foot on the gas, still attacking. Quick shot there we saw, but Salisbury's going to bring it back in. It's going to be Emery Wongus, who's been a little quiet here tonight, or today I should say, but he's a very excellent player. So this Barry College defense is going to have to keep pressuring him as well. Pompey gets it. Back over to Ferrara. Bromwell with it, working against Jake Sheeran.
Nice
Trying
save
to
there.
turn the corner, but Brogdon all over that one.
And that's really unfortunate for Brogdon, as it looks like he may have gone in and out of the crease. Don't know that I agree with that one, but the officials saw that he took a step in and took a step out and then went back in while he still had the ball. Looks like it doesn't matter though. It was Barry trying to start a break.
Yeah, like you said, Sam, I mean, I didn't quite see it either, but official called it. Little situation here. Barry College gets it back, then loses it. Borkowitz.
And that's going to be
yard sale
illegal
there.
procedure there. Yeah, right back to Salisbury. Borkowitz playing without his stick. Right back to Barry.
A little bit of change of tides. Starting to see Barry College get some momentum here. See if they can do something with it.
And they need to try to get a goal out of this possession, April. We know it's a very low-scoring affair today. Maybe not what we anticipated coming in, but 7 of 5, only 5 goals to your name so far through 3 quarters. You want to make sure that you try to get one back here and keep this thing close.
Yeah, you don't want to wait too long if you're Barry College, because this Salisbury team, if they keep the momentum, they're going to close it out. So if you're Barry College, you need to attack now and you need to score now. Koferl with it. He had a goal earlier to his name.
He's really trying to use his strength and body that defender, and he's doing all right on that side. This is the second time in a row he's kind of brushed Matt O'Callahan off and out of his way, but even hands-free, still not able to convert on those 2 shots, as that one's just a little bit too far out from Westbrook. Warren, no trouble there.
Yeah, Westbrook, a lot of power, but kind of just flat with the positioning of the ball, and Warren able to get under that pretty easily.
Yeah, you got to change planes from where you release it. Can't just have a shot going straight.
Yeah, especially with a goalie like Warren, he's too great to be throwing flat shots like that. We're going to see the freshman Joe Salino back in it, along with Austin Short.
Salisbury setting up their ISO formation here, trying to give Short his own time. Good save there by Brogdon. Short maybe looks like he had plenty of steps on his man there. Hands certainly free, but went and elected to go with high heat there. Not the best decision from the Mount St. Mary's transfer of 2 years ago.
Yeah, I'd have to agree, Sam. Definitely had the opportunity, had quite a few steps on his man. Maybe wanted to see him go in a different shot selection there next time.
And that's exactly what we just talked about, April, too, is changing planes. You can't be shooting a shot and have it go to the goalie at the same height that you released it from your stick. You got to make them work a little bit, make them guess as to where they're going to expect to see that shot coming from, but Short went high to high. And Melton throws a couple fakes on the crease. I'm not quite sure what happened there. Great finish by Josh Melton, but looks like Barry may have just lost him behind the cage. Looks like that was Cole Johnson, the junior defender. Maybe just didn't see where he was.
Yeah, Melton, also another name to really look out for. Had quite a few goals and was number 2 in leading assists on the team last season, but so far today, getting 2 goals to his name as opposed to usually assists is what you hear from him. So definitely great seeing him step up into his own on the offensive side of the ball, really giving the defense a little bit more cushion to work with, being that they're so young this season.
Yeah, absolutely right, April. He really is a distributor for the most part, but he's also quiet, and he can score goals quietly for the Salisbury team, and that's what he's done today. Had himself a strong day with a couple of points, and we'll see if the freshman Owen Sweeney can win that one, as he does.
A solo win at that, falling though, unable, turns that one right over into the hands of Mitchell Estes, sophomore defender.
Yeah, he lost his footing there. Unfortunate for the freshman getting his first win. And it looks like that was a great heads-up play there.
Now penalty flags thrown, 2. officials are going to get involved here, as it looked like it was getting a little bit chippy there between number 26, Chris Burchak, who we saw in the box not long ago.
And Burchak looked away when Hudson Harris, I think Burchak thought that Harris was going to take that outside shot, and Harris thought he was going to dump it off to the wide open Chris Burchak. And a little bit of miscommunication there as Warren was able to escape that odd man situation easily, and it looks like Salisbury might even come out of it man up as Burchak was a little frustrated. I think sent himself to the box again, and we might see a 30-second push with possession.
And going back to the face-off where Owen Sweeney was able to get his first collegiate win, really unfortunate series of events there, gets his own win, stumbles on his own footing and turns it over. Really unfortunate. He was such a standout in high school, set records for ground balls at his school as well, and top in his county. In addition, little fun fact is he had set a record for 210 wins in wrestling at his school, so you definitely know he's bringing a lot of strength and power to this team.
Yeah, absolutely right. The freshman from Niskayuna, New York, definitely has seen some quality lacrosse in his day upstate.
Now we're going to see what the officials call on this one. I believe it's going to be Chris Burchak in the box.
It looks like it might be 5-on-5 here for a little bit. We might see Kevin Murphy for Salisbury in the box as well. Looks like the official trying to figure out what happened there. Well, it looks like Salisbury actually may have committed 2 penalties on that play. Not quite sure, but the official just signed out, but someone will be serving full time for the penalty. Not sure if it's the sophomore Jackson Woodward. We know Burchak's in there. I'm not sure if it's going to be another player from Salisbury or not. Looks like Borkowitz may be in there. Noah Kness.
Yeah, Borkowitz and Kness kind of discussing with the coaching staff. Unsure. Maybe both of them are going to be in the box.
April, that's exactly right. Both Borkowitz and Kness are going to be in there, and I think they're both going to be in there for 1-minute slashes, although I'm not sure which one. I think it might be Noah Kness is going to be in there for full time, so that means if Barry scores a goal on this man-up opportunity, then he will not be released. But as of right now, it is 5-on-4 lacrosse. Barry with the man advantage.
Really unfortunate for Salisbury here, but if you're Barry College, this is the opportunity you're looking for to kind of get back into this game, close the gap here, and make it a 2-goal difference.
And if you're Barry, you got to convert, as we see a great save from Warren and another great doorstep save. Warren back-to-back 2, and unfortunate there for Salisbury's defense. Thought they had the defensive stance, but a push in the back there is going to give the ball back to Barry.
Yeah, 2 great saves back-to-back by Warren, and now if you're Warren, you just got to think you got to do it one more time. You got to really lock it down here. Help your defense out. You have 2 of your best defenders out and all new guys already. So if you're Salisbury, it's up to Warren at some point.
And if you're Barry, you got to convert, and Barry leaving nobody behind the cage there.
Yeah, we saw Jason Wilhelm, the senior midfielder, take that shot, unable to connect a little high. Like you said, nobody behind the cage, and definitely not a smart play, really.
Yeah, unfortunate there for Barry College. It looks like Salisbury's going to try to kill these 2 penalties now. Still a man down, only 5-on-4 lacrosse.
And now we're going to see Cross Ferreira and Bromwell come back into it. A nice dish over by Pompey to Ferrara, but that goes right into the stick of Brogdon. We just talked about this earlier. We're starting to see a lot of flat shots, not changing planes, and that one goes right into the chest of Brogdon. It's just too easy.
Yeah, absolutely. And like Coach Berkman said going into halftime, we got to stop hitting the goalie if we're Salisbury. And once again, another easy save there right on the body of Brogdon.
In Ferrara's defense, at least he's got these 2 goals to his name, but definitely need to clean up the shot selection here. Salisbury going to slow things down now. About 7 minutes left to play. 8-5 Salisbury lead.
Salisbury with too many men on the field. The officials barely caught that one in time. Salisbury tried to correct themselves. Thought they might have gotten away with the 11, and there's a quick one there for Barry in transition.
Yeah, it looked like it was Joe Salino, the extra on the field, tried to creep off, but now one mistake leading into another.
And
Berry
Birchall.
College able to take advantage there. Birchak with his second goal of the day. Borkowitz almost got a call there, as you saw in the replay, pushing in Andrew Elgin into the crease.
And that's exactly what you wanted if you're Berry College, with only 7 minutes, 12 seconds left to play in this ball game, only down by 2, plenty of time, and Baker still having himself a day at the face-off X.
Yeah, and if you're Salisbury, you make one mistake, you don't want to go right down and make another, and unfortunate series of events there, and now the momentum is starting to shift towards Berry College in this comeback run.
And just like that, Owen Sweeney says, actually it's not. The freshman gets another collegiate face-off win.
Luckily
right to
for
himself.
Him. Yeah, that one luckily a little smoother sailing than his first 2 goes at it. Starting to see him maybe get a little more comfortable out on this collegiate level field.
Salisbury after their turnover. We'll see what Berry can do. See if they can bring this game to within 1.
It's going to be Hudson Harris behind the cage with it. Noah Kness on him, I believe. Excuse me. Chris Gibbs.
Salisbury electing to play a little bit of zone here. Looks like it's
Luke Koferl trying to get in and turn the corner of that zone, but just unable to. Really wide shot there.
Looks like they're playing a softer man, but as soon as that ball comes above goal line extended, they kind of shrink into a 3-3. And we'll see if Berry's able to keep that one on their side.
If Salisbury's trying to avoid some of these penalties that they've just been letting fly lately. So Salisbury may be playing a little more reservative. Can't really afford any more penalties at this point in the game.
Salisbury, 6 penalties so far. Berry had none not too long ago, but 5 to their own name. So this game certainly got a little more chippy as we see Stevens clear it up the field and find Melton with a quick dunk. And once again, Josh Melton quietly just got lost in transition there for Salisbury. I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him for Berry, but it looked like nobody quite knew where he was. You saw the coma slide coming late from Mitchell Estes from across the crease. He couldn't leave Cross Ferrara on the other side. And then you saw the midi, Thomas Brennan, trying to recover, but not quite sure who the long pole was that was supposed to be covering Josh Melton on that.
Yeah, a little bit of deja vu. Melton just wide open right in front of the crease yet again. Another goal to his name. And as we mentioned, he's usually the distributor of this Salisbury offense, but now he is turning his role into the scorer in this game.
Yeah, absolutely right. Josh Melton with 4 goals on the day.
Now 9-6, Salisbury lead, just under 6 minutes to play. We're going to see Sweeney back out at the X again, battling Baker, as he's done pretty successful the past 2 goes at it.
We'll see. As the battle at the X continues, somebody is going to have to pop it out. There you see it. It's going to go to Berry.
And it looked like Pompey was going to be able to get it, but was a little late to the jump. Still battling for it. Pompey is going to make a jab at it. And there we're going to see Noah Kness pick that one up. Great play there. Great backup by Kness. Salisbury going to get another opportunity on offense, which is what we needed Salisbury to do. We talked about this in the second quarter. They lacked possessions, and it was a big game changer.
We're going to see a extra man opportunity coming up for Salisbury. And
Pompey looking to attack. Sends that one in wide.
We'll see if Salisbury can convert. Berry with their 6th penalty of the day.
And we talked about in the first half, Salisbury had 2 penalties. Berry with a perfect game in the sense of 0 penalties. And now, all of a sudden, in this fourth quarter, both teams starting to get a little sloppy and maybe making desperate hacks.
Yeah, sounds about right, April. Only a 3-goal game, 5 minutes left to play. Plenty of time for Berry, but they need to try to clean up their defense and see if they can get out of this extra man, or excuse me, if you're Berry, get out of this man-down defensive stance without giving up a goal.
Now Salisbury with it's going to be Bromwell, Snyder, Ferrara, Melton, Pompey, and Gwynn, of course. Melton tries to dish it over to Snyder, which is what we're used to seeing him do.
A good look from Melton there. Maybe, honestly, it looked like he had an opportunity to get his 5th on the day, but unselfishly trying to send it over across the crease to Tyler Snyder, who looks like he got a toe or two in the crease. That's the reason for the turnover. Barry's still on the penalty kill, but needs to try to get some offense going too.
Yeah, I'd agree, Sam. I believe Melton could have turned the corner there and took that one to himself, but unselfishly making that play, trying to get it over to Snyder. That's usually his role, so maybe he's fallen back into that.
Salisbury with that strong ride returning from last year, able to force yet another failed clear for Barry. Very uncharacteristic of them, but they're only 60% from the field today.
Now we're going to see Snyder turn and fire. Great backup effort by Ferrara.
That should be in the crease. Ferrara jumped that one a little bit too much. Good call by the officials there. Barry, just under 4 minutes to try to close this gap.
Yeah, if you're Barry, you definitely need one now. You don't want to wait too late into these final minutes. Fortunately, though, they do have the 80-second shot clock now, which really could aid Barry in the sense that Salisbury can't completely just sit on the ball.
That was a great inside finish there. That was a nasty goal from Andrew Elgin. Warren was hugging the near side pipe, and Elgin could have just pointed to the spot he was going to put it at, and I don't think Warren would have got there in time. Far side rip. Look at that. That was beautiful to the top corner.
Yeah,
Warren had no idea where it was coming from.
You see Borkowitz on him and Apgar sliding over to help, but just not enough effort there, not up close enough, and Elgin able to still get that shot off, and a much-needed goal for Barry College. They're back in it, 9-7 now, down 2 with 3 minutes 32 seconds left to play in this game. You're going to see Sweeney back at the X doing a great job so far in his freshman year debut.
And if you're Barry, you got to try to get this possession back right away, because Salisbury, once they get it, in times like this, that shot clock you just mentioned, April, is beneficial sometimes to speed the game up. But if I'm Coach Berkman, as soon as I get possession, I'm telling my guys to eat up every 80 seconds of that shot clock to try to finish this thing out, as Sweeney almost had a win to himself there. Looks like he is going to come out with it. I'm not sure what the flag is. Maybe Salisbury swinging a little bit too heavy of a stick.
Yeah, another penalty thrown there. Sweeney doing a good job at the X. As we mentioned, just getting a little bit sloppy
It's
here.
actually going to be number 5, Brad Greik, with the 1-minute slash. So this is huge, April, for Barry, because they're man up for a minute here. They've struggled from man up today. We've seen them go 1 of 5 on the day. Salisbury 2 of 5, respectively. But Barry, with their 6th opportunity, they've got to convert here to try to bring this thing close.
Now you're going to see Westbrook with it. But yeah, as you mentioned, Sam, Barry could convert here. They're looking to put themselves in a much better position to come back and win this game. A lot of power.
Good save there by Warren.
And you saw
Elgin needed to put that on the far side. That's just how he beat Warren a couple minutes ago. It was on that far side from the left wing, but elected to go with the near side there. Hit it right off of Warren's body.
Another shot coming in. Warren with a great save. Back-to-back saves. Really stepped up big for his team there in the man-down situation. Parker Stevens getting swarmed by a ton of Vikings.
Barry needs to keep that pressure up. Can't let Salisbury hold on to this ball. Like we just mentioned, they have that 80-second shot clock.
Yeah, and if you're Coach Bergman, you got to be telling them to eat some of that up. Take away the opportunity for Barry to get 2 or possibly 3 goals and tie or win this thing.
You see Melton just trying to leg it out there, run away from everybody, but
a great calls turnover by number 11, Mitchell Estes.
Yeah, unfortunate that it's going back to Salisbury there if you're Barry College, because that takeaway was super clean, like you said.
Yeah, would have been big for Barry, and unfortunately it resets the shot clock now. 75 seconds, Salisbury can sit on this.
That's almost majority of the game. Salisbury can sit on this and leave Barry with just about 40 seconds left if they wanted to.
If you're Barry College at this point, I think you need to step up and try and make a play. You need another go at trying to get a calls turnover.
Melton had an opportunity to put that one away, elected to go behind the back. Not quite sure why he tried to go for that when he still had a little bit of angle left.
Now we're seeing Ferrara trying to turn the corner. Getting pushed over, sends it out to Bromwell, slow things up a bit for Salisbury. working against the freshman midfielder Jake Sheeran. They're going to switch that now.
It'll be interesting to see late in the shot clock if Barry elects to lock off all man pressure. Still playing man defense, but not quite right up on top of them. As it looks like now we're going to see, they're shutting off adjacent. You see Emery Wonga setting the screen up out there. I don't know. Noah Miller let him get the ball. And we'll see those Barry defenders try to shut off the adjacent passes.
Yeah, Miller working against Wongus. Wongus trying to turn the corner, getting doubled. Dishes over. It's going to be another turnover, and much needed if you're Barry College. Only 45 seconds left to play in this one.
And they've got to go. Got to make sure they get it across midfield.
Kyle Rulu looking to make the clear. Sends that over to Matthew Tatum, who we haven't seen too much of today.
Smart time out there from Barry. Going to try to set this thing up a little bit. See if they can't get a strong offensive possession and try to bring this within one. Good timeout, though, by Coach Gilbert.
Exactly. And with that, we're going to cut to a short break. We'll be right back here with you at the Seagull Sports Network.
I'm a Division III student athlete, and I know how powerful words can be. The term gay doesn't mean stupid, lame, or less than.
So I pledge to speak up if I hear the term gay used in a derogatory way or any other homophobic terms.
If you can play in Division III.
I'm a Division III student athlete, and my teammates unconditionally accepted me as part of their family. So now I pledge to do the same for others. If you can play in Division III.
Hello and welcome back to the Seagull Sports Network. If you weren't with us before, I'm April Preller, alongside me Sam Hunter. This matchup here, the season opener for the Seagulls, is a lot closer than anyone might have expected. It's 9-7 now, 33 seconds left to play. Barry College has the ball and has called a timeout to try and set this thing up so they can score a goal and get back in this one. You're looking to see them try and take a quick shot within that first 10-15 seconds to leave themselves enough time to win the next faceoff and get another chance.
Yeah, absolutely right, April. They do have plenty of time, 33 seconds left, plenty of time in college lacrosse to get yourself 2 goals. But Barry is going to have to be quick here.
We'll see who they decide to go with. Hudson Harris working in around the cage, dishes quick.
Oh, and that's a great jam there by Borkowitz on the hand. Harris got that pass off in the inside, but Borkowitz right there on his man. It looks like that was Burchak inside who got jammed. And Salisbury, all they have to do now is try to run this thing out.
Yeah, Borkowitz able to get on top of that one. Apgar picks it up, and Salisbury, 7 seconds left to go. Looks like they're going to finish this one out.
And that's a great defensive stance for Salisbury. Great way to finish their game for this number 2 overall ranked Seagull squad.
Yeah, you talk about the young new faces on defense for Salisbury. Had some mishaps, had some penalties, had multiple guys in the box at times, but when it came down to it, they stepped up, they made a play, and that's definitely promising considering the shoes they had to fill from last season.
Yeah, absolutely right, April. Like you said,